Hello and welcome to the Garden of Grace devotion. My name is Pastor Katie, and I have with me today a very special guest. Mr. Jim Hauck is joining me in the garden devotion. Hello, Jim.
Hi, Pastor Katie.
I'll start today by sharing a story from the Gospel of John, chapter 6. Now the Passover, the festival of the Jews, was near. When Jesus looked up and saw a large crowd coming toward him, he said to Philip, "Where are we to buy bread for these people to eat?" He said this to test him, for he already knew what he was going to do. Philip answered him, 6 months' wages would not be enough to buy bread for each of them to get even a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, said to him, "There is a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish. But what are they among so many people?" Jesus said, "Have the people sit down." There was a great deal of grass in the place, so they sat down, about 5,000 in all. Then Jesus took the loaves, and when he had given thanks, he distributed them to those who were seated, so also the fish, as much as they wanted. When they were satisfied, he told the disciples, "Gather up the fragments left over so that nothing may be lost." So they gathered them up from the fragments of the 5 barley loaves left by those who had eaten. They filled 12 baskets. When the people saw the sign that he had done, they began to say, "This is indeed the prophet who has come into the world." Over the last few days, this passage has been coming to mind for me of this little boy showing up with his lunch, 5 loaves, 2 fish, and the acknowledgement of what is this? How can this make a difference with so many people who are hungry? I think in some ways I've started to feel like that little boy as I've heard more and more about the needs for food. I've been hearing about it from the co-op. I've been hearing about it from different people in the community who have been furloughed and are trying to figure out how to feed their families. And this is the image that keeps coming to me over and over again of this boy with his lunch, such a seemingly small provision in front of such an incredible need. But I genuinely feel like much of what is needed to help people today is probably sitting in many of our cabinets. And I wanted to invite Jim today to share some thoughts about this, as Jim is an active volunteer at the co-op, the Lilburn Co-op, and has been for some time. So welcome, Jim.
Thank you, Pastor Katie. Yeah, I think that is a perfect example and perfect lesson that Jesus gives us. I mean, it shows us first, what is he doing? He's saying there, my people have a need. They are hungry. We have to feed them. We have to find a way. And then the disciples, they say, well, there's no way. We can't do it. Look at we can't take this little bit and do all that. And I'm just thinking, okay, so how many of us just don't do anything because we think the problem's too big? And I was thinking, what if everybody who sees this had like 5 cans in their pantry and took $5 from their purse? And they would probably look and go, why bother? What's this going to do in the face of this overwhelming problem? But then I was thinking, what if 50 people who were watching this, you and you and you, what if 50 people who were watching this, and then all of a sudden those 5 cans become 250 cans, and that $5 becomes $250. And the Lilburn Co-op does miracles with cash gifts. I mean, they take that $1 you give and it stretch it to several dollars to feed hungry people. So all of a sudden, I mean, we've got this stuff that we thought, no way is this enough, and it's become enough to really make a difference in the community. Um, you know, we're scared right now at the co-op with the SNAP benefits ending tomorrow. In a few days actually. Um, right now, we're feeding 750 households a month. And a year ago, it was 350 households a month. That's how much it has increased.
And you're talking
And
households, right? You're not talking people.
right,
So a household can be many people.
right. And that's just in this little bitty area that we're
Lilburn.
serving. Yeah. And we're talking about the possibility of people, as soon as the SNAP benefits end, two, three, maybe 400 households coming to us in desperation and saying, please help us. It's really going to be a strain on our resources. Jackie, our wonderful superstar director, is looking at how we're going to do this, what we're going to have to cut, what we're going to have to cut back, whether it's the amount of food we're giving, or sadly, wonderful programs like Christmas. We have a program where every child gets under 13 gets at least one toy, but usually two or three toys. They're meeting this Thursday to say, okay, we have to feed people. That is the most important thing. Well, what are we going to cut? And programs like this, the Christmas gifts, may have to be on the chopping block. It's scary and it's sad, but it's also a time that we see so many people step up and help. The toughest times, that's when people are at their best a lot of times. So, anyways, we'll get through, and we'll, through the grace of God.
Yes, through the grace of God and what God has entrusted to each of us. And if you are watching this and you are one of the people that is going to need food in their cabinet, reach out to us. We will help connect you with in whatever ways we can. We will help figure out how to help you have what you need. If you are somebody that's watching this that thinks, you know what, I want to help, I want to do something, please go to your cabinet. Take a look. Jackie sent out, Jackie is the director of the Lilburn Co-op. She sent out today a list. She said specifically they need macaroni and cheese, ramen noodles, spaghetti and sauce, chunky soups. Like a can of chunky soup is a meal. Rice and beans. If you're going to go to the store, those are specific things that you might want to purchase. But if you'll just take a moment after watching this devotion, if you have more than you need, and I know that I do, what if, like Jim said, we each went to our cabinets, picked up 5 cans, and brought them either to the co-op. And if you're watching this from far away, the co-op in your area, no doubt, is having a similar challenge.
Yes.
And brought the gift, brought those cans and a financial gift if you're able to the co-op. It will make a difference. It will add up. Here at Trinity, we have a couple of different ways. One, we have this big bin. We have a couple of big bins. We're going to put one of them outside, actually. So outside the front doors of the church. So if you are on your way home from the store, or it just comes to mind that you have some cans with you and you want to drop them off, you can do that anytime, day or night. That bin will be out there next to the red doors in the front of the church. You are also welcome to bring them inside. We'll have another bin there to collect. If you are not currently driving, or you, for some reason, have so many cans that it would be difficult for you to bring them here, please reach out. Put something in the response to, in the chat box for this devotion, send an email to the church, call, whatever. Let me know, and we will find a way to come and pick up your canned goods and your non-perishable foods. We will be more than happy to do that. Just let us know. If you'd like to make a financial contribution to the Lilburn Co-op, you're welcome to give that directly to the co-op, or you can write it to the co-op and give it to Trinity, or write it to Trinity and put in the subject line Lilburn Co-op, and we will make sure that it gets to where it needs to be. Every bit matters. We are children of God, seeking to live in response to God's grace and mercy. I am excited to see in the face of this situation that is so scary for many. I'm excited to see the way that we may be able to show up if we all work together and we offer some of what we've been given. If you are someone that's going to need food, that needs food, know that our prayers are with you. Our resources will seek to help you. If you're someone that has more than you need, let's work together and find a way to be God's hands and feet and fill up some of these cabinets that are empty. Anything else you'd like to share, Jim?
During this time, we also will need more volunteers because we're going to have to extend our hours.
Okay.
And it's a great place to work. It makes you feel so good. You meet wonderful people. So if you have a couple hours a week and want to do some good, come up to the co-op and help us out.
How would they do that, Jim?
If they'll come to the Lilburn Co-op, we will. I'll introduce you. We'll introduce you to Jackie. We'll get you signed up. We'll find a job that you're comfortable with. I work in the food pantry, and it's just a fantastic feeling. Just come on out. We'll find something that's right for you.
All right. Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Pastor Katie.
In the face of the temptation to think, what is this that I have to offer when the need is so great? May God give us the courage to share. And may we see God at work all over this place.
Amen.
May God's peace be with you today and always. Amen.